See so many different things weather-wise outside.
A big variety for us tonight, and the potential to see perhaps some freezing rain developing in the gorge as we get into this evening and even tomorrow morning, early in the morning before the sun rises. Starting off with Mount Hood Meadows, 23 degrees, and we have a ski report here for you showing you the latest totals. A base of 120 inches for you, Timberline, Mount Hood Meadows, 101 inches, 64 inches for you at Ski Bowl, and Mount Bachelor, 80 inches. We are expecting for the next couple of days to see more snow for the mountains. We're going to see our snow level fluctuate, though. Let's first focus on those wind gusts, though. Pendleton getting gusts up to about 35 miles per hour out of the southeast. Problems along I-84 as a result of that. Currently low on the end of snowfall for the moment, but blowing snow was a huge issue for us just within the last few hours. Starting to get a break right there. Now over to Vancouver, gusts up to about 25 miles per hour. You go to the coastline, that high wind warning has been extended until 10 o'clock tonight. Getting gusts between about 25 to 35 miles per hour. Certainly was much stronger a few hours ago. Eugene up to 40 miles per hour and Salem up to about 30. As we look at radar, you'll notice a pretty big gap right over central Oregon and now over to eastern Oregon, getting a little bit of a break there. Wind advisory in effect for portions of the Blue Mountains, especially in the foothills. Still expecting that wind out of the south anywhere from about 25 to 35 miles per hour, possibly gusting up to about 50. Now, as we get into the gorge, that's where we have a winter wonderland happening for us right now. Let's first talk about what we're seeing along I-84 through the Dalles. We continue to see certainly wet roads. You have snow on the sides, but not necessarily covering the road itself, at least not in this portion. You may run into that as you get into Hood River and Cascade Locks, especially on those roads just off of I-84. Keep that in mind. You might run into some road closures as we've seen earlier tonight. So going into Skamania, and then as you enter Corbett, more of a rain-snow mix, and of course the concern still being that we could see that snow turn over to freezing rain because we have freezing temperatures right in this section of the gorge. As you go east of Cascade Locks, it remains nice and cold all the way out to Hood River and the Dalles with temperatures in the upper 20s. Now, taking a look at Portland, your temperature is 35. This has been very consistent over the last few hours. Wind right now out of the southeast at 20 miles per hour. It's the one thing that's keeping our temperature here at PDX in the mid-30s. Without that wind, we would easily be at about 40 degrees. As that south wind is taking over from the area of low pressure along the coast, what it's done to many of our temperatures, turn them from the 30s over to the low 40s. We're seeing that right now. Hillsboro 42, Westland at 40 degrees. Here's a huge difference. We go Happy Valley, 40 degrees. As soon as you get to, yes, the western end of the gorge, Troutdale at 35, Washougal at 31. Now, let's talk about what's happening for us. We'll continue with this warm stream of air coming up from the south. And we're battling it out with a cold pool of air trying to make its way through the gorge. Which one will win? Well, I think we're already seeing evidence of which one is winning, and that's that south wind heading right through Portland. But it's going to keep, again, us nice and cold right around the Corbett, over to Troutdale, Multnomah Falls parking lot covered with snow. So that's going to be the big difference for us rolling in to the next 12 to 18 hours. Also, thunderstorms along the coast just offshore from Newport. We're seeing multiple lightning strikes, a possibility. We'll continue to see this for the next few hours tonight as this area of low pressure maintains its strength. And we're also expecting still some pretty strong winds there along the coast with that high wind warning in effect. Looking at our forecast moving in through the next few hours, Cowlitz County winter weather advisory in effect. That's going to be in effect until 4 o'clock in the morning. The next opportunity, and by the way, for Cowlitz County, that being areas above about 800 feet for any snow accumulations. When's the next chance we might see some snow? Friday, 6:30 in the morning, a little bit of moisture comes through, and if it's just enough, we might be able to pull in, a few more snowflakes for us in the lower elevations. But other than that, the trend for this weekend, we are warming up to about 50.
In a big way.
For January, that's incredible. Thanks, Natasha.